You don't need to do shit aside from inspired action. What is up, Alien Army? I am Oculus, the alien next door, purveyor of esoteric lore. And on this channel, we discuss everything out of this world. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about inspired action, Ace of Wands type of shit. Okay. So what does that mean? When I say you don't have to do shit aside from inspired action, guess what? I most certainly motherfucking mean it.
The master magician doesn't work physically.
So this is going to tie into not exerting effort in the 3D realm, because a lot of times it's just nonsensical and it's something that your monkey mind might perceive that you need to do, or it might be something that your emotions have beguiled you into doing, like a random emotional outburst or like that mind chatter.
Any shade of cray-cray, okay?
So I'll give you the perfect example. Let's say you emailed someone for whatever reason, work related, let's go with that. So you sent an email and there was a deadline that you had to respond to that email. So you sent that email, then 5 minutes after you send the email, you don't get a response and you're kind of like, whoa, what's going on? Why didn't they respond back? That is not inspired action, because under that circumstance, you might 5 minutes later send another message. Hey, did you get my email? Are you ignoring me? Or whatever the fuck it is. That is not inspired action. It's action that is performed under the presumption of something negative. Okay, let's go with that. That is not going to yield fruitful results. Okay, it isn't. I will tell you this, it will not. Anything done under a fear-based anything is not going to yield fruitful results. And I'm not talking about you're feeling that exhilaration of getting on a roller coaster for the first time and you have, like, no, because that's more like you're excited. It's not really fear-based. This is more something that is going to be like a mind chatter or a knee-jerk emotional reaction, right? Like,
Oh my god, they didn't respond back to the email, so who knows what hell broke loose.
you don't want to take action from that place. Let's say you send that same work email, you don't get a response, you're not really thinking about it, and then maybe an hour later you're like,
Wait, they usually would have responded by now. You know what? Let me just verify to make sure they actually got the email.
you email that motherfucker back, you're like, hey, it's me, just checking in if you received that. And then they will typically respond back to you in a synchronistic way where some weird shit happens, like the email didn't go through, or like they opened the email and it automatically deleted, or you'll find out that some weird shit went on and you were actually meant to email that person back because they really did not receive your first message. So if you're thinking about it in that context, now you had no fear, you didn't think that they were mad at you or they were ignoring you or whatever the case, right? They didn't like your fucking proposition. You're not thinking from that stance. You all of a sudden have that inspired action, all the aces, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. It's just inspired. Everything, boom, it just hits you like a lightning bolt out of nowhere. And you're like, you know what, it's been 2 hours. Let me double check to see if they got my email. And then they're gonna respond back to you in some way where, as I said, it's like a weird magical synchronicity lined itself up because they actually didn't get that email, but you were inspired to send it again. And then let's say you made the deadline for that work presentation or whatever it is. That's just one example, but you use what pertains to you. And then the person will respond back like, holy shit, like I never got the first one. Thanks for verifying and sending it to me again. I've personally experienced this in many different types of avenues in my own life. And I'm like, wow, I just had the inspiration to do something in the physical realm and then it worked out magically and better than I anticipated. And I've experienced this a lot, okay? I'm sure you have too, but that is what I'm talking about when I'm saying just be lazy, okay? Be lazy, just relax, because every time that you are meant to achieve something or elevate or graduate to another level, you're not going to be graduating from it from a place of fear, because shit gonna hit the fan if you're performing your actions under a fear-based mentality or a fear-based type of emotion going on within you. So chill out, relax, unless you feel that genuine inkling of inspiration, like, you know what, let me double check to see if they got my email. And then it's like, oh shit, you know what? Thank you, universe. I'm glad that I received that message to do that. And then guess what? You might have got a promotion at your job for sending that email, right? And so it's going to work out better than you expected. But when I say to be lazy, I don't mean stop putting in effort to things or not want to have a conversation with someone or anything like that. I mean be lazy with the actions that you might under other circumstances be stressed over. Okay, so if any type of stressful thing might try to present itself, know that if you take action from that state of stress, that shit gonna bring about more stress. I'm just saying, because now it's like you weirded a motherfucker out. You like,
you didn't respond to me in 5 minutes.
They said,
What the fuck? Like, damn, bro, I was fucking driving.
or some shit, right? Like, I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but now they're kind of like, they're looking at you a little sideways, and you're kind of like, oh shit. Like, it's like that type of energy when you're taking an action not from an inspired place, because it's a place of fear. Inspired is divine guidance. It's your intuition nudging you like, motherfucker, you might want to send that email again. And you're like, you know what, I'm gonna send the email again. It feels very easy. It feels light. It doesn't feel like you're putting work into it. So that's what I mean by lazy. It's like you're going about your 3D life, your 3D experience, and you're going about shit as you normally would, but you're also, if you're inspired to take the scenic route home on your drive, you're gonna do that. And it's going to seem to come out of nowhere, rather than if you're coming at that from a place of disharmony where you're looking at maps and you're like, wait, if I calculate this way, this route is going to get me there faster, and then is there traffic on this route? And you're already putting that energy from that state of fragmentation, you're putting it out there. So what's going to happen? There might be a major traffic jam, right? Whereas if you had just been like, okay, you know what, I'm done doing what I'm doing over here, I'm gonna just drive home, and all of a sudden the universe, that divine spark of inspiration, is going to whisper to you like, take the scenic route, you know. And then you take the scenic route, and then you find out when you got home that you missed like a 2-hour traffic jam, right? But you took the longer way, but you still got home in 45 minutes rather than taking 2 hours. It's sort of like that. And you're going to notice that whenever you are inspired to take action, no matter what it is in any area of your life, is always going to turn out way better for you. So that's why I'm not saying, listen, don't go about your daily routine, want to motivate yourself to go to the gym and work out every day. Like, that's action to get a goal. That's not necessarily inspired action. But I'm not saying be lazy in your 3D realm about doing what you want to do in your 3D realm. I'm saying if there's a state of fear of something where someone is like thinking that they can't get to the gym that day, and then if they skip that day, XYZ is going to happen. It's like, no, you might get an inspired action like, listen man, just chill out, relax today. And then you find out that the gym ended up being closed, and you would have went there for nothing and wasted your motherfucking time, right? There's a totally different way of going about it. So this doesn't mean be lazy and neglect your 3D realm in the actions that you would normally do. This means that if something comes up and you are feeling fear, or you are feeling tension, or you are feeling anxiety about it, that is not inspired action. If you take action from that place, it might not be so pleasant. Whereas if you just wait it out, if you just feel it out, and then you are divinely guided, like, okay, move now, right? And then you get in your car and you go, and then it's like all the lights are green, all the roads are empty, and you get there super fast. So that's what I'm talking about with being lazy. Just do shit when you're inspired to. That's what I got for you. I'm Oculus, the alien next door. We will chit chat again soon.